Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ontario Cryptids. Happy to see that you're all back for another exciting episode. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to my channel, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with my latest episodes. I just thought I would change things up and get a plug in early. Okay. Today we're going to be heading to Kentucky and California for some great encounter stories, and next week we will be reviewing the OC community favorite Sasquatch Bigfoot videos. So if you have some that you would like to submit, then go ahead and forward them via the email address which is going to appear shortly. Now let's get that up for you right now. If you have an encounter story that you would like to share, then please forward your stories to OntarioCryptids@gmail.com. I would be honored to share your story with like-minded people. Okay, go grab yourself a beverage and get cozy in your favorite spot and sit back and relax. All right, so this one was posted July 31st, 2019 by the Associated Press, and the title is Camper Alleged Bigfoot Sighting Prompted Gunfire at Park. So this should be very exciting. We are heading to Barron County, Kentucky, and we're going to Cave City. Federal officials are investigating a report that a man fired a gunshot while camping at Mammoth Cave National Park, an incident that another camper says was prompted by an alleged sighting of Bigfoot. Mammoth Cave said law enforcement rangers responded early Sunday to a report of a person with a firearm at one of the park's backcountry campsites. Brad Ginn says he and his girlfriend were camping nearby and were awakened about 1 a.m. by a man with his son. The man said that they were going to investigate strange noises he kept hearing. Ginn said he heard a gunshot minutes later and the man returned and says Bigfoot had emerged from the woods, so he fired. Ginn said he and his girlfriend decided to leave and report the incident. Now, it's also stated here that park spokesman Molly Schuer says an investigation continues at the park, but the park is safe to visit. Okay, so I found this one kind of comical but interesting all at once, so I thought I would pass it along to you guys. Okay, so here's another one. This one was posted in the Madeira Tribune, February 15th of 1962. The title of this one is Fabled Bigfoot Reported Seen Chased Two Men, Woman into House. And again, this one is in Madeira County, California. Fort Bragg is the closest city. Two men and a woman said Wednesday they were chased by a huge hairy creature answering the description of the Northern California fabled Bigfoot. They said the creature chased them into a house and let them close a door only after one of the men threatened to start shooting. Tales of Bigfoot, the California equivalent of the Himalayan abominable snowman, have circulated in Northern California for years. The creature is usually described as big, hairy, half man, half ape with enormous feet. Sightings of the creature or its tracks are usually reported to have occurred in the remote mountains and forest land bordering the Pacific in Mendocino and Humboldt counties or in inland Siskiyou County. Wednesday's report came from Mr. and Mrs. Bud Jenkins and Robert Hatfield, a Crescent City logger visiting the Jenkins home about 4 miles from Fort Bragg. Hatfield said he stepped outside the house about 5:30 p.m. last Wednesday when he heard the Jenkins dog barking. He said he saw a creature standing chest and shoulders above a 6-foot-high fence at the back of the property. It was much, much bigger than a bear, he said. It was covered with fur, with a flat, hairless face and perfectly round eyes. Hatfield ran into the house and called Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins to join him in a search for the creature. Going around the side of the house, Hatfield said he bumped into it. It knocked him to the ground, then chased after the Jenkinses. They and Hatfields ran into the house, but the creature would not let them shut the door, they said. Jenkins finally started to get a gun, saying, "I'm going to shoot that damn thing." It was then they said that the door closed. Afterwards, they found a 16-inch footprint outside the house and an 11-inch dirty handprint on the side of the building, they said. The sheriff's office said it also had an unconfirmed report that a woman saw the creature the same day. Okay, so this last one takes place September 16th of 2006. We are going to Mendocino County, California. The nearest town is Navarro. My wife and I have had 2 incidents over the year, including vocalizations and wood knocking. We are San Francisco City people, artists, not hunters. We are not used to the outdoors or accustomed to the forest and nature and the shock of fresh, clean air. The first encounter was on Tuesday evening, August 16th of 2005 at 5:17 on Highway 128 in the Redwood forest. We were on vacation driving west on 128 and heading towards Fort Bragg. Once we entered the state park, we stopped and parked to smell the fresh air. I marked the time because I was shooting with my digital camera. We walked into the forest on a trail and we were having a great time, enjoying our time alone. There was little traffic or noise from the road. The forest was quiet and powerful. We have lived in the center of San Francisco for 15 years, and we were stunned and amazed to experience the silence and peace of the redwoods. As we got deeper into the woods, about 20 minutes later, I started to get uneasy, feeling like someone was watching us. The digital photos my wife took of me show my concern, the longer we stayed. Then we heard it. It was a growl grunting, just above the hearing of my ears. I would describe it as infra-sound, a deep sound that was low in pitch, deep, almost inaudible. My body felt it more than my ears. It threw me in a panic. The fear in me rose fast. I looked at my wife and she was feeling the panic. We both looked around. We could not tell the direction. We could not see anything in the thick woods around us. It could have been a bear or a wolf, but my instinct said no. I did not know what it was, but the vibe message was becoming clear. Go away now. Predators do not warn, they ambush, right? My wife looked at me and said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Let's get back to the car." I said, "Good idea." It was a weird feeling. We were stunned and mystified as we ran back to the car. We drove away nervous and excited about what happened. On our way to Fort Bragg, California, we were talking about the experience. Was it a Bigfoot? Did we have a Bigfoot encounter? We felt something special had just happened. We had to learn more about Bigfoots. Over the year, I became obsessed with Bigfoots. I read as much as I could about Sasquatch, Urin, Almasty, Yeti, as my time permitted. My wife became obsessed as well. Together we decided to go back to those redwoods and try to make contact with the forest giants. We made it back to Highway 128 on Monday, September the 4th, 2006. Something told me to pull over at a different spot. As soon as I got out, I had the DV video camera running. On the camera, my wife tells me to make my whoop whoop Bigfoot calls into the redwood forest. As soon as I did, The camera records wood knocking and tree breaking. Soon, the smell of a dead animal's skunk filled the air. The sounds and smell go on for about 3 minutes, and then it stops. I could tell he moved away after my calls to him, inviting him to be photographed. We left the Redwood forest excited about our contact. My wife wants to see a Bigfoot. I do not want to see him. I hear that many people die or have had very bad luck after seeing a Bigfoot. Remember Dr. Morbius from the movie Forbidden Planet? Maybe Bigfoot is the ID coagulated from the quantum soup of our collective unconscious minds. Maybe Bigfoot is us. Wow, this was a very interesting story. I think I've only ever told one other story where the person has felt the infra-sound. So it's, again, more something you feel in your body than is audible to the ears. Very interesting. Again, a very interesting question that they posed as well, and that was, do predators usually warn you or do they just ambush you? Which really says a lot about what happened to these two and the fact that they were warned to get away. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 stories today like I have, and I'm not surprised at all that they have become obsessed with Bigfoot. Most people do become obsessed in some ways, in some points, and I guess me doing these episodes would be considered my obsession, whereas for other people, they feel the need to go out and physically get in the woods and physically see if they can find them. I'm very happy to find them right here in my house and sharing your stories on this channel. And that is my way of communicating to everybody out there that they do exist. And everybody whose stories I tell is telling you just that. They exist. Okay, so that's going to be it. If you have a story that you would like to share, then please forward your stories to OntarioCryptids@gmail.com. I will be more than honored to share your story on this channel. Thank you guys for listening until the end. I truly appreciate it. And please hit the like button on your way out and smash that subscribe button. And as well, don't forget to hit the notification bell. All right, folks, have yourself a great weekend, and I hope to see you all next week right here on Ontario Cryptids.